So I've got to get this down. So last night I've had this tension when I went to Reykjavik. I went out to nightclubs and I realized there was this, when I was in everywhere else, I can survive and I'm happy and I can negotiate and I feel totally comfortable to survive. But I've started to go into nightclubs full of really jacked up people. And I feel like, wow, there's something different here. And I've been trying to feel into that and feel, it's not a fear, it's more like there's an energy there that I don't totally understand. And I've changed, or I'm more present to. So last night I went out and till about 4 in the morning or 3:30 in the morning, whatever, because it's a big celebration here, Midsummer's celebration. And I went to these pubs and I felt the same thing again. So it wasn't just Reykjavik, it was here. Lots of guys jacked up, all those sort of things. And I was feeling into that. So I was asking Christopher and Krita today about what is that I'm feeling? What is the tension? And also, what can I do about it so I can become powerful again in that space that I don't feel totally as powerful as I am in other spaces. And this is what they said. So they said that what you're noticing is there's a lot of dense energy, and it's such a great term. It really is a real dense energy surrounding those individuals. Choose to be that way. You can choose whatever energy you want, but there's heavy energy, and that's heavy energy with light energy is like, I'm giving a lot and these guys are receiving a lot. So they tend to take a lot, but don't give much. And so when you're in that space and surrounded by a lot, you feel uncomfortable because you're always giving it out. So I said, okay, that's great. I really understand that now, but how do I become powerful in that situation? And there were 3 things, basically, they said. The first thing Karita said was, you really need to get in tune with yourself, learn to breathe and meditate. Not meditate as an muddy party hum, but basically just get centered, focus on the eye, focus on the center self, and really get the balance of the energy back in and that power of who you are, or confidence, projecting out, this is who I am, and it's a different sort of energy from those around. So don't get sucked into that energy. I thought that was really good, clear, done it before, forgotten about it. So that was a good lesson. Second one, she said, is you can set your boundaries. Now, if you set your boundaries, people won't come into your space. But if you consciously set your boundary, then people won't come into that space. I thought that was really interesting. So an intention, but also who you are, but also set that boundary clear of, actually, that's not my energy and I'm just here. And he said, then nothing will happen if you like, but there'll be, you will be in your space. But he said also people may not come and approach you. Now I like people that approach me. I like talking to people. So then Christopher stepped in. That's a sort of 2 test 3. And he said the way that he would look at it is you can consciously put a wall. So think about putting a wall, and he did this sort of motion. He said, think about putting a wall in between you and that energy, and that dense energy. But you're still there, and you only project out to the wall. And you can also put it the other way. You can project, they only come into this space. So physically just use visualization techniques that actually you only be in this space. So once you know who you are, you're confident in that area, and then put your walls and boundaries around it. Anyway, I just wanted to grab that before we head off to the next thing. This whole 4 days, is those who know Christopher and Krita will know, it's just been an absolutely huge learning experience. Many, many different things, but that was just the little techniques that I wanted to get out. Have a great day, everybody.